In Australia and New Zealand. It's wonderful to be with you. Sorry we can't be there live, but I'm grateful to be here over technology. I want to let you know, first of all, that doTERRA is doing great during this challenging time. Our operations team is working hard to keep up. We have a few delays and a few stock outs around the world, but we're coming back online with all of our products very quickly. Our member services teams are working from home, and there's some challenges with some internet connectivity here and there. Maybe hear a dog barking in the background or whatever, but we appreciate everyone's patience. Our corporate team's largely working from home, as I know is our Australia and New Zealand teams, and we appreciate all of them. We are concerned about you and your teams. We hope that you're all safe and well. The good news is that, we paid commissions last month. We're going to pay commissions next month, and they're even going to be bigger and bigger as we continue to grow. We paid commissions every week and every month. We will going forward, just as we have for the past 12 years. During this time, my family's my top priority and concern, and they're all healthy, safe, and doing well during this pandemic. And just to clarify, this picture was taken prior to the social distancing norms we now experience. I don't want to say anything non-compliant, but I'll just say that with a family of 32 people in this environment, we're using more essential oils and our other products than we ever have used before. As my wife Janice and I look to the future, we think of these amazing grandchildren. We now have 17 grandchildren, with 3 more coming by midsummer, bringing us to 20 in just a few months. We love them and care about them. We wonder what the future will hold for them, and we're doing our best to help their amazing parents teach them how to survive and even thrive in our changing world. Some of my grandchildren love Star Wars. There's a quote from Master Yoda in The Empire Strikes Back that applies to doTERRA. As you know, we have an ambitious mission and an ambitious vision that are always on our mind. The question is not if we will achieve them, because that's a given to us. The question sometimes is, how are we going to achieve them? And that is what we focus on each and every day. Anyway, as I think of this, I was struck with this statement from Master Yoda to a young Luke Skywalker when Luke said he would try to do something Yoda had asked him to do. Yoda said, "Do or do not. There is no try." Well, this applies to doTERRA. We have a bold mission and a bold vision, and just trying to achieve them is not an option. As a reminder, our mission is to change the world, one drop, one person, one community at a time. This includes in Nepal and Guatemala and Kenya, everywhere we go. There's no try with this. We're focused on doing it. Our vision is to have essential oils in every home, provided through millions and tens of millions of wellness advocates. This includes throughout Latin America, China, Brazil, India, the islands of the Pacific, and even your home market in Australia and New Zealand. Ultimately, every home needs essential oils, and now more than ever before. Again, there's no try with this. I recognize the fulfillment of this vision may not fully happen in my lifetime, but it will happen. And we're working every day to make this happen. So how are we going to do this all? Well, let's review some facts about doTERRA. We are clearly the world's largest essential oil company. We are privately held, so we can focus on our mission and vision without outside distractions. We're over $2 billion in sales annually and continuing to grow. We've been over $1 billion in sales in the U.S. for 3 years in a row. We have over $1 billion in assets, so a very strong foundation. We have more than 9 million customers globally, with more than 3,600 employees working in more than 20 offices in countries all over the world. This chart shows how our revenue has continued to grow globally throughout the world since our inception in 2008. Now, each year, the direct selling news in the United States puts out a list of the top 100 companies globally in terms of revenue. This is the list of the top 10 global companies. You can see on this list, which was just released a month or so ago, that according to this report, doTERRA is the 8th largest direct selling company in the world. Now, I should note that as a private company, we've chosen not to participate formally in this survey by bringing unneeded public attention to our growth. Okay, so we aren't listed formally, but I can tell you where we land. and where we land is at number 8 on this chart. What's interesting to see is that if you dig deeper and compare to the prior year, you can see what's happening in the world of direct selling. You can see that every company, other than a company in Korea, Koei, and doTERRA, every other company declined last year. Our global growth was over 5%. And for this year, we're growing at almost triple that pace of last year. As such, we'll assuredly continue to move up this list. We believe that the success of doTERRA is rooted in our staying 100% focused on our key roles as a company. Our greatest success comes when we focus and work with excellence on the things that we're responsible for, and you as leaders can then focus on what you do best. Here's what we feel are our primary responsibilities. And then next, I'll talk about your responsibilities as leaders. First, we as a company focus on the doTERRA culture. Second, we are relentless in our pursuit of sustainably sourced, pure and potent oils. Let me talk briefly about our culture. To me, our culture is encapsulated by focused on sharing and caring. Whether it's within our employee force, within our grower network, or the communities that we operate in, we diligently stay focused on sharing and caring and not attacking and plundering. An example of this culture ties into our pursuit of pure oils. I love this picture because it represents our grower network and their vulnerability to some degree. I'm amazed at how many other companies have attacked and plundered these people and their insatiable desire for lower cost. That is not doTERRA. By sharing and caring, the costs of our products are higher than our competitors, okay? But those costs are supporting individuals and families and ensuring that they have a bright future and that you have pure, sustainably sourced products. Clearly, our model of sourcing the best and helping the most differentiates us in an increasingly competitive essential oil world. In addition, we provide exceptional complementary products, a professional support staff, and quality materials. It's our role to develop and maintain world-class systems and processes for ordering products and paying commissions. And then finally, we must exemplify integrity, which includes loyalty to you, our amazing wellness advocates. As we review this list, please know that we're self-aware enough to know that we're not perfect. But we're working very hard on these 5 key points and strive to become better in each area. For instance, we've invested nearly $100 million in IT systems that, while not perfect, handle our volumes well. And in Australia and New Zealand, you're going to see improvements over the next year or 2 in this area. I would also say that in Australia and New Zealand, we have become TGA compliant as a company in our new manufacturing facility. And we're very excited to be able to bring TGA labeled and certified products to market in the coming months. It's an exciting time, and being TGA compliant is a big part of that for you in Australia and New Zealand, as well as around the world, because this TGA compliance means we've stepped up our game everywhere. I'm excited about all of this, and I'm excited about our efforts to upgrade several of our complementary products that you'll see coming into Australia and New Zealand over the coming years. So, some of you may wonder, it's great that you have your roles figured out. What's the role of a wellness advocate? This is what we see as your role as leaders in doTERRA. First, you all live and represent the doTERRA culture of caring and sharing, and you don't attack and plunder. You're amazing at doing this and making sure everyone you come in contact with knows you care about them. Second, you experience the products daily and share with others. Third, you passionately teach, train, and educate on essential oil usage and on purity, potency, and sustainability. I'm sure that none of your family or your friends would ever purchase oils from retail stores or untrusted brands online because they all understand that purity matters, particularly in this environment when health and wellness are a priority. Next, you support others in their efforts to share, whether you directly benefit or not. This includes supporting all of your team and other teams in their Diamond Club efforts and in other efforts to share doTERRA. Developing future leaders will ensure your continued growth and development and secure your commissions for decades to come. Finally, exemplifying integrity is vitally important for both the company and for wellness advocate leaders. Together, we need to support each other and ensure that we not only speak positively of each other, but that we never speak negatively of anyone else in the doTERRA family. If you really want to understand and be fully immersed in the doTERRA culture, I would encourage you all to put attending a co-impact sourcing trip on your vision board. I know we're not traveling right now, but travel will return, and when it does, you'll want to be on one of these trips. I wanted to quickly highlight the opportunity we have created to have you take your team on a trip that you can leave. We're starting this in Kenya. And I believe in this so much that my wife and I had planned a trip with a group of youth from our community, including 2 of my daughters, to go in June to the Masai Mara region of Kenya. Well, that trip's been postponed because of this environment, but we look forward to this life-changing trip for our daughters and their friends in the future, and hope that you and your teams will also pencil in one of these trips, as I know it will be the experience of a lifetime. As I conclude, I want you to know that our entire ownership team, along with our amazing executive team, firmly believe in what we're doing and where we're going. I want to leave with you this thought from Mahatma Gandhi. He said that to believe in something and not to live it is dishonest. Well, we're not dishonest at doTERRA. We believe in what we're doing, and we live what we're doing, and we trust that each of you do as well. Thank you for all that you do. We love all of you in Australia, and we wish you all the best as you continue to change the world, one drop, one person, one community at a time. Thank you.